Welcome back to GDC. All right, Phil. Good to see you first off.
Yeah,
buddy.
thank you.
We ran into each other at Costco, but that's on the personal level. Welcome back. Attorney Phil Harding and I understand you have been getting calls, right, Phil, about people being injured on someone else's property and how to maximize your recovery on that.
Yeah, let's talk about the law on this. Everyone calls them slip and fall cases. It changed, almost 15 years ago. It falls under something that's known as the Premise Liability Act. Fancy words, everyone refers to it as the PLA.
Okay.
Right? And based upon the PLA, depending upon what kind of person you are on the property, depends upon the duty. So let's look at it. One name you're going to recognize, the other two you're not. Maybe it's up here. All right, so trespasser, we know what that is. So let's say you're a trespasser or someone's a trespasser on your property. The only way that someone is found liable, the property owner, is if that owner made the dangerous condition, right? Like put a hole,
right,
and you fell in it. The next one is a licensee, and so it's weird. So if you are renting an apartment, when you're inside your apartment, the landlord is only liable for a dangerous condition that they knew about. Now, the next one is an invitee. So let's say you're at a grocery store or someplace. You're considered an invitee, and then the property owner is liable for a dangerous condition that they either knew or should have known about.
Oh, so what kind of notice are you talking about with this?
Yeah, let's talk about this, because if you're hurt on the sidewalk or if you're hurt on any property, let's say you're at the state capitol and you get hurt, you have to send a special notice. It's called the GIA notice within 182 days. Generally, on a PLA case, the statute of limitations is 2 years. But if anything is owned by the government, you have to send in this special notice within 182 days. And here's the reason why. Remember we came from England like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, we adopted some of the laws, and one of the laws was the king can do no wrong, right? Well, we don't have a king, we have the government. So this GIA, it's a special thing, and you just be careful. Call an attorney, but if you're hurt on a sidewalk, because that's generally an easement that's owned by the government, you got to send this notice within 182 days. Now let's talk about who pays for the medical bills.
That's right. I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah.
You're using a lot of legal terms, but giving it so I can understand, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. First of all, don't send your medical bills to the other side, because the other side's not your buddy. They're not your friend. They write one check and only one check at the very end. And I want you to use your health insurance, Medicaid, or Medicare. And here's the reason why. We've seen this before. It's called an EOB, stands for an explanation of benefits. And you know this. Like, here's a billing that came from Swedish, $29,000. The health insurance comes in and says, no, normal and customary, we're reducing this by $20,000, and the amount covered by the plan is $8,500. This is the important part. If you would have sent this to the other side, they would have said, oh, okay, so $8,500 is covered by the plan? We'll pay you for that. Wrong. The only thing that you show them is the $29,000, and you got this discount because you've been paying for health insurance premiums, not the bad guy that hurt you. So on this one thing alone, if you would have sent it to the other side, you'd be missing out on, $20,000 on this one bill. You still get pain and suffering, disfigurement, all of that kind of stuff.
Wow. So how would you even know that? You'd have to talk to someone like yourself.
Yeah, you need to talk to an attorney. And the last thing that you probably need to know is you might have to pay back, like here, if it's covered by the plan, the amount that's covered, $8,500, but you can always negotiate with your health insurance, and that's called subrogation. There's a law that's called Colorado's Make-Whole Law that says if you hire an attorney, and let's say you hire him on a third,
right,
your health insurance needs to reduce this by a third. So it's not $8,500, it's a third off of that.
That's a huge savings, Phil.
Yeah, and you're getting $29,000 on this one bill alone.
Man, I mean, you need to be on more, because people don't know this, and you break it down in such a way that you can digest it. So thank you so much, Phil. I really
welcome.
Appreciate that. And again, sorry about the lighting in here a little bit. We had that storm yesterday, knocked out a couple lights. We need to sue anybody, Phil?
Yeah, let's go for it.
The man upstairs. The man upstairs.
Not him.
No, I'm going to get struck by lightning for
I
saying
was talking about management.
To reach Harding and Associates directly, call 303-762-9500. You can get a free consultation anytime, and you could also learn more at hlaw.com. Again, thanks to Phil for sponsoring this segment. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.